Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning. I have coffee and I have chores, and one of those is going to be to clean up this hot mess of a garage that is just rank with crap everywhere, my wife's chickens, and failed projects. But today what we're going to be doing is taking the mini truck, flipping the sandbar around, putting it up on jack stands, and doing some valve seals. So waiting on the last couple parts to come in from Amazon, and once they're here, we'll dive into it. So way too often, folks are asking where the jack points are. And if you'll look, right there in the middle, just above the plate on the jack, that's going to be a great mounting or jacking point for the front of the sandbar. So you just want to carefully bring it up, get one of those little edges in the cup, and then you're good. Now, another good question folks ask, maybe not me, but others, is where should I put my jack stands? And if you look right here, where the lower control arm mounts in, you've got the perfect spot. I usually take the rubber pieces off of my jack stands, and it'll just sit right in there. So as I lower the truck down, it'll be in a good spot. All right, the front is in the air. Now it's time to get the back lifted up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the jack just under this, the cross member of the engine bar, or engine brace, whatever the heck you want to call it, or whatever Subaru calls it, the bar. We're just going to go right up under it, making sure we're centered on the bar. And up we go. And for back here, I do like to keep the rubber bushings on the jack stands. Alright, one of the first things we're going to do is go ahead and get the engine cover off the hatch. That way some of the lighting up here can get in there and make this a little easier. Once everything comes, we'll have to take off the plugs and wires, get the valve cover off. That was a little toasty when I touched it. And then we'll have some light in here so that I can take the rocker arm off and start working on the valve seals. All right, so the tools are here. I'm going to be using this to seat the valve seals. We've got this tool that just came in. I'll be using this to get the springs off of the valve stems. And then I've got this tool here that just came from Amazon today. I'll be using this to hold the valve seals so they don't fall in. As far as tools, I've got a light. I have a 12 millimeter that we're going to be using for the grounding cable. I have a 10 millimeter that we're going to be using to take off the valve cover bolts, a 1/4 inch ratchet, and then when it's time to go back on, the 1/4 inch pounds torque wrench, so that we make sure we torque everything correctly. So let's see what I can screw up. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all going to come off. The rocker arm will come off. So as these are getting loosened up, you can kind of see the springs decompressing a little bit as well. So that's why I'm going little by little across so that it doesn't pinch anything too crazy. Hopefully the view up there is decent. Alright, so far I've done number 1 exhaust and intake, number 2 exhaust. I'm working on number 2 intake. Got to be careful that the piston doesn't fall in. That's what this is for. It's working out very well. I just have to plug it in so there's pressure again, because my little 4-gallon Craftsman air tank that's like 20 years old is loud and running constantly. So getting ready to plug this in, and then I'll beat the seal on there. All right, so I've done cylinder 1 intake exhaust, cylinder 2 intake exhaust, cylinder 3 exhaust. I'm halfway through cylinder 3 intake. Yeah, this is not a crazy hard process. What I will say is having this tool to get the bushings on, or the seals on, has been helpful. Having this tool to get the C-clamps or spring clips, whatever they're called, in place has been helpful, and then also to get the springs off. The toolbox came with these to remove the seals, which has been helpful. But I will say that I used the wrong piece to start off with and absolutely destroyed one of the exhaust seals. So that kind of sucks. They're like $4 or $5. I'll get another one. Just sucks I'm gonna have to go back into this and do that again. But all that being said, I don't like to gatekeep. So this is a 1991 KS4 with the carbureted motor. You'll need to research your own parts, but I was able to get these through Subaru. The intake valve is part number 13207 KA020. Here it is on the screen. And then for the exhaust, it was 13211 KA020. Now my dealer was able to get all these for me. So shout out to Capital Subaru in Greenville, North Carolina. Hit them up if you need any parts. They will take good care of you. But yeah, we will get another one of these exhaust seals ordered and on the way so that I can, you know, collect them all, have the whole set. But I'm getting ready to beat the crap out of this spring and get it back on, and then I'm going to take a break before I roll into number 4. while I'm in here, it's a great time to go ahead and check these plugs. These are NGK plugs that I'm using. Yeah, they don't look bad. They don't look necessarily great, but they don't look bad. So I'm now on number 4. I did screw up one of the exhaust seals, so I'm actually going to skip this one. I'll probably pull this off just to inspect, but then we're going to work on the intake seal, and then it'll be time to wrap this up. Got the rocker arm back on. It's been torqued down. It was a 160 kilograms per centimeter, I believe. All right, according to the service manual, 0.7 plus or minus 0.05 kilograms. So, all right, guys, magic of TV. It is the next day. It is now Monday after work, and it's time to start putting this back together. So just to run you through again where we're at in the project, I have done 7 of 8 valve seals. The very first seal that I went to do, the exhaust seal for number 1, the tool was mislabeled. Go Amazon. Well, it's not Amazon's fault, it's the tool maker's fault. But it was the wrong tool size and it damaged the bushing. So, didn't put that in, cracked open a new one, put that in. So 1 intake and exhaust, 2 intake exhaust, 3 intake exhaust, and 4 intake are all the other. Number 4 exhaust still needs to be done. Hopefully that's not the one that was going bad. We'll know here in a little bit. But the good guys at Capital Subaru and Greenville have me another one coming. I should have that tomorrow if I've got time to go pick it up. Otherwise, later in the week, I'll pick it up. Not a big deal. It's super accessible. Pop the valve cover off. It's right there. Kind of sucks that I got to go through taking the rocker arm back off, but it's not that big of a deal. Which is funny because a year ago, I never would have made that statement. So we got that done. So the next thing to do now, we're going to lower the bed. We're going to reconnect our coolant line right here, the hard coolant line, which will go in right down here. And then once the bed is back down, we will start attaching our fuel rail, our wire harness, and getting those all back up here. Yeah, here we go. All right, so the bed's been secured, it's back on. I've got the radiator hose, the hard line that's going through, and I've just installed the filler so that I can go ahead and get the air out and get coolant into the coolant lines. So that's got coolant in it. What I'm getting ready to do is come here to the back, and this vent tube right here on the KS4, I believe the TTs have one in the front as well. But for the KS4, this is the vent. So I will move the clip, pull out the little red stopper, let it drain in, keeping an eye on the filler inside the cab through my mirror over there. And when it looks like it's getting low, I'll cap this, pour that back in, and I'll just keep doing that a few times until it looks like there's no more air bubbles. And then we'll be ready to push this out into the driveway and let it go through some heating cycles and go from there.
What I found works really well for getting this clip out is just a regular trim tool. That usually gets me started pretty good.
Kind of see the air bubbles coming out. All right, and I'm using this Xerox green Asian vehicle coolant. So we're gonna fill this back up. All right, nice rainy day. We'll get the garage open, which means my nice air conditioner is going off. And the next thing we'll do is we're gonna push this out just a little bit so it's closer to the garage door. And as much as I despise them, I am an animal lover, so I don't wanna gas out my wife's chickens. So here we go. All right, well, yeah, this is dumb. So we're just gonna do that. You probably just saw the seals have been changed on the truck. The truck is still smoking. turns out that the last seal may be the culprit, and it actually just arrived today. So some point after this video, I will get that seal put into the truck, but I don't really want to ruin my weekend chances of going to one of the Cars and Coffees in the area. Not a difficult repair. Didn't give me the outcome I was hoping for. So next up, I'll work on the video for the vacuum lines. I'll be working on the video for the front transmission mount that was put in all around the same time. I'll get that last exhaust seal put in place, and then we're just gonna hope that we figure out what the problem is with the old Sambar. Either way, hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And until next time, ride safe. Stop following me. Why are you following me? Oh, you're still here. I'm using a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Edition and trying out different things. So you can see it's following me around. I can do the Backstreet Boys. Pretty sure if I get in here, yeah. Please subscribe. Okay, bye.